Listen, I love the Fever's off-season acquisitions, but the one that put me over the top, and you can go check my record, I said it in real time, said it on Twitter. When they signed Sophie Cunningham, I was like, oh, that's a championship move. And after last night's victory over the Connecticut Sun, a 17-point victory that puts the Indiana Fever in the title game for the Governor's Cup, I feel more confident today than at any point that the Indiana Fever have a real chance at winning the championship, winning the WNBA title. And it's primarily because of Sophie Cunningham. She's exactly what the Indiana Fever needed. She's what Caitlin Clark needed. She is the energy button. She is the toughness. She is the enforcer that the Indiana Fever desperately needed. Sophie Cunningham is not remotely scared, and she showed that last night. I'm not sure if her takedown of Jacy Sheldon was totally related to defending Caitlin Clark, but I am sure that this takedown with 46 seconds left to go in a game that they were up 16, 17, 18 points, the game was over, and she's tackling someone on a layup. A little bit of it to me was provoked by play before, 20 seconds earlier. Sophie got knocked down and kind of re-aggravated her ankle injury, and so she was frustrated. But some of it was just like, hey, man, we got to let everybody know, put everybody in the WNBA on notice, we're not remotely scared. And Sophie Cunningham is not scared of anybody. I think she's got a black belt, and got a black belt as like a baby when she's 3, 4, 5 years old in Missouri. Sophie Cunningham, these little angry black women, and this is a group of little white girls on the Connecticut Sun, she's not scared of any of them. And so she snatched Jacy Sheldon by the back of her hair to let the entire league know we're not punks here. And I'm not calling Aaliyah Boston a punk, but Aaliyah Boston is as feminine as a 6'5", 210-pound black woman can be. Aaliyah Boston, the Indiana Fever's all-star center, is a pretty girl trapped in a 6'5" woman's body, in husky body. You know, Aaliyah Boston's just nice, godly, Christian. She's never going to be anybody's enforcer. They needed an enforcer on this team. They got Natasha Howard. She's tatted up. She's married to some woman. She looks like she's the dude in that relationship, but she ain't the enforcer either. It's like she looks the part, but she's not her. I argued last year and during the offseason, they should have kept Erica Wheeler, their backup point guard from last year. I love Erica Wheeler. I love the way she loved Caitlin Clark. And I was like, she could have been the enforcer, the backbone, the energy person, the I'm not scared person on the Indiana Fever. But perhaps the Fever knew better because as tough as Erica Wheeler is, she's only like 5'7", 5'8". She's small. She's undersized. Sophie Cunningham, 6 foot, 6'1", prettiest girl in the WNBA, but also probably the most fearless girl in the WNBA and a tone setter. This is what she did to Sheldon last night. Not sure if it was necessary. Not sure if it was in total retaliation for what happened to Caitlin Clark earlier in the game. But it's exactly what they need to do. Let's play the clip, and this will take about a minute to get the whole thing in because there was a little bit of an aftermath, and I want you to hear the broadcaster's comments as well. Let's play that clip.
Golson had it knocked away. Good hands by Allen. And Sheldon comes up with the steal. Sheldon going coast to coast. And we got another break is here as Jacy Sheldon goes right after Sophie Cunningham. It was a hard foul, no question.
I'm blaming this all on the officials tonight. It is totally their responsibility. That's a hard foul. That's a flagrant foul. And if they had taken care of the business earlier, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Well, you can't eject her because you didn't eject Mabry. That's a flagrant foul. It's a hard foul. You could say it's a play on the ball, but
yeah, I think no question this will get upgraded.
yeah, no question.
2 arms above the shoulders.
That right there is a championship moment. That right there is a tone-setting moment. That right there is something the girls on the Indiana Fever team will be talking about, and Caitlin Clark will know, hey, like, someone's got my back. I have an enforcer. Lexi Hull, she's not really scared, but she's not an enforcer like Sophie Cunningham is. This will be a rallying cry and a confidence boost to the Indiana Fever. Now, that video goes out, and Sophie Cunningham has marked her territory. She got a flagrant 2. She got kicked out of the game. It's also going to put a bit of a bullseye on the Indiana Fever's back. Dejanay Carrington on the last place Dallas Wings. A Nylisa Smith, who played with the Fever last year, is now with the Dallas Wings. Trust me, there's probably going to be drama when the Dallas Wings and the Indiana Fever play each other again. Dejanay Carrington's a thug, and she's going to like, oh, Sophie wants to get spicy. I can get spicy right back with her. Chicago Sky, Angel Reese. They'll look at this tape and say, oh, okay, you about that life? They're going to get tested. But Sophie's been in the league for a long time. Her reputation kind of precedes herself. These women can all talk tough, and they can all put on their weaves and fake eyelashes and long fingernails. But at the real, when it push comes to shove, are they really about that life? Do they really want to go toe-to-toe with someone who has a black belt in karate? That's when all that ghetto BS flies out the window. And then when it gets real, I'm not really sure if they want that kind of smoke or energy. We could be looking back, and the story will be, and it may not be true, but the story will be Connecticut Sun, Indiana Fever, mid-June. That's when a tone was set, a championship tone of like, we got Caitlin Clark's back, and we're not going to be punked by anybody. We've seen Caitlin Clark's not a punk. She whines at the refs and, is dramatic and likes to flop around and play the victim. But Caitlin's not really scared, and she's told that there's that video from last year, or maybe it was early. I think it was last year. It was like, I'm not scared of you, or turned up in the face or whatever. She's not really scared, but she's not in a position. It's like Wayne Gretzky. It's like any of these great offensive players. You need an enforcer with them. It's like when Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars were taking the Pistons on championship runs. They had Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer and Dennis Rodman and John Sally and people like that to do the actual dirty work, to be the bad boys. Now, Isaiah, Joe Dumars, they weren't scared of anything, but they had their enforcers who played their role. That's what I see in Caitlin Clark. She's not scared, but she needs an enforcer, and she has one now in Sophie Cunningham. Big part of the championship DNA. Sophie's going to knock down shots. She's going to hustle on defense. She's going to give you she's going to give Caitlin Clark a break from bringing the ball up court. But primarily, she's there to let everybody in the WNBA know, hey, we're not punks. We're not going to be pushovers. It's exactly what they need. Sophie Cunningham, key ingredient, key offseason acquisition for the Indiana Fever, part of that championship DNA. And, other than Caitlin Clark, clearly my favorite basketball player playing right now today. Sophie, good job last night. Don't snatch any more weaves out Jacy Sheldon doesn't have a weave, but I kind of enjoyed that, we had white-on-white crime last night. That, the white girls were thugging out, acting like they were the big three. Maybe there's video of Sophie Cunningham in the locker room snapping like Steven Jackson. White girls thugging out. Good job. All right, we'll see you next time. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.